Good evening. Welcome all. How's it all going? I believe you're doing good. I hope your family members and friends all are doing fine. So, how are you all? Winters are starting and we are all being a bit busy lately, right? Aspirants and all the people working and then daydreaming and all. Okay, fine. Let us talk about the session that we'll be doing it today. We'll be discussing the strategies for IBACIO 2023. The notification is out this month, right? And also I've seen a lot of people have completed their application by submitting it to the MHA portal. And today I'll explain you how to prepare for IB in the perspective of being an English enthusiast. All right, I know these two are heavy words, unveiling and savvy. But then what do you mean by unveiling? Unveiling means to show something which has been preserved or something like that. Okay, you don't even have to know the exact definition of the new words which you're going to learn, but make sure that you get a sense of the words, collect it, and later you learn it. All right, so let us not discuss with that, or let us not start with that one. IBACIO 2023, the notification is out and a lot of people have applied for it and whatnot. Good evening, Sachin. Exactly, at least 15 marks. Why Sachin? Why do you need 15 marks out of 20? Aim for stars so that you will land in moon. Okay, at least aim for 20 so that you will get 15. Welcome all. Welcome guys. How's it all? Sir, all right. Cool. All right. Talking about IBACIO 2023 examination. Okay. What we'll be discussing in today's class. In today's class or in this video, we'll be discussing primarily about the subject English. How to improve it. How to prepare for it. How to start. What to do. What not to do. Okay. IBACIO 2 is an examination conducted by Ministry of Home Affairs. All right. And then this examination is not a child's play. Okay. We need to put a lot of effort in order to clear it. Right. Why? Because we clearly know that we have to answer 100 questions in 60 minutes. Right. So if you're equally distributing the time to each and every question, one question will get around 36 seconds, maybe. All right. And how many subjects we have? We have 5 primary subjects, which are general awareness, general studies, English, aptitude, and your logical reasoning. Okay. Whereas English is one of the important subjects in order to clear IBACIO 2. I'm not only talking about Tier 1, but also Tier 2. What about Tier 2, sir? We have Prezi writings, and then we have essay, and then we'll be having whatnot. We'll be having general essay, Prezi writing, and then comprehension and whatnot. Right. So English is really going to play an important role in your preparation. All right. So let us look at the strategies and let us have a brief and detailed session about IBACIO 2 2023. That too in the perspective of being an English enthusiast. Okay. And whenever you come across new words, being an English enthusiast and being a future officer, what you have to do? Note down these words in your word list and then try to understand or try to get the definition from your Google or wherever you wanted to find it from. So whenever you're coming across a new word, make sure that you're noting it down and then you understand it better. Because English is a language and it's not only a subject, it is also a language. And what IB is expecting us to do is to have an upper hand or to master the language, right? Because we'll be having spotting errors, para jumbles and a lot. What you will be good at parts of speech. You might be good at tenses, voices. These are all your portions, right? But the pattern is like parts of, spotting errors, para jumbles. What do you need? You need contextual clarity and you will need logical clarity in order to do that, okay? And don't worry, I'll help you with everything, all right? I have applied for this exam for the first time. Is the exam difficulty level the same as SSC CGL? It's not exactly the same as your SSC CGL, Master Renegade, whereas, it is above your CAPF and then below your UPSC, okay? But it is a standard exam. It's not a child's play. It's not that easy. Why? Because I told you clearly that we have 100 questions to be attempted in 60 minutes, which is 1 hour. And if you are equally distributing these 60 minutes to 100 questions, one question will get approximately 36 seconds. Clear? Within this 36 seconds, we have to go through the question, we have to understand the question, and we have to choose the correct option as well, right? And we'll be provided with a lot of options, and we have to choose the accurate option. So you have to improve your accuracy and problem solving speed. All right? Sir, both tier 1 and tier 2 are conducted on the same day? No, only for your CAPF paper, CAPF examination, you will be having your first paper and second paper in the same day. Whereas talking about IB, you won't be having the same paper in the same day. I mean, you won't have these two different papers in the same day. Tier 1 will happen in a period of time, and after some period of time, your tier 2 will happen, at least a gap of 1 month or 1.5 months or 2 months, but you won't have it on the same day. So don't worry about it, Hari Prasad. So with that being said, we'll start the class. Clear? Let us look at some strategies, what to do, what not to do with IB ACIO 2 examination in this perspective of being an English aspirant. All right? So I'll give you an introduction to the language English. Clear? Global communication. English is not only going to help you in your academics, or it is not only going to help you with your career boost or understanding the cultural differences or something like that. Imagine you're getting a hard posting in IB ACIO 2, you'll be getting a hard posting, you have to serve it for 2 or 3 years, I believe, and then you might be posted to Kashmir or some other area where Hindi won't be your native, Hindi won't be the native language of that thing. Imagine a guy from Kashmir getting a hard posting, or like a guy from South India. For example, he's from Kerala or Tamil Nadu or Karnataka or Andhra Pradesh. Okay, imagine if that guy is posted to a northern area like Kashmir or something like that. He has to converse in Hindi, or else he has to converse in English, right? And Hindi, okay, fine. He will talk to the local people. He'll make friends with them. He'll extract data and whatnot. But all the official documents which you are going to submit it to the bureau, which has to be in English. So global communication. English connects people worldwide, fostering understanding between speakers of different language. You won't have any problem if you're having English as your common language. Why, sir? Because a lot of people won't talk your mother tongue or talk the native language of your area, right? So English is the primary focus here. We have to discuss and we have to understand how we are going to clear this exam, right? So English is not only going to help you in your tier 1 exam or your tier 2 exam, whereas it will be helping you. Once again. All right. It will not only help you in your tier 1 or tier 2, it is going to help you in your interview. The way you construct the words, the way you respond to the question. For example, the question, the chairman or the interview panel is asking you a question. You really don't know the answer. You honestly don't know the answer. How are you going to say it? Sorry, sir, I don't know. Is that what you're going to say? No, there is always a greater way or a sophisticated way to answer, right? Sorry, sir, I'm unable to recollect it. Sorry, sir, I'm unable to give you the answer right at the moment, right? So there is always a choice of words which you will be using. What do you have to do in order to have a sophisticated way of presenting your answers and everything? You have to master the language, right? So also, English is an academic language, right? Example, you're reading your math. All your questions will be in English, right? Or else you will be reading history, geography, political science. I know GS is for 20 marks, whereas these 20 marks are divided to geography, history, economics, and polity, and other subjects, right? Whereas English solid, okay? English standing alone, it owns 20 marks. All your geography, history, polity, economics, all together, clubbed together, collectively they are for 20 marks, whereas English is for solid 20 marks standing all alone, all right? So English is your academic language also, right? So look at the importance of English, not only for your tier 1 or tier 2 or for your interview, in order to score better in your GS subjects, all right? For example, math, or else you're having your, for example, you're having your current affairs. You have to read your current affairs. General awareness is there, right? How are you going to read current affairs if you're not having good knowledge about English? All the materials you'll be reading, it'll be in English. All the materials you will be watching, or else all the videos you'll be watching, it has to be in English in order to develop a good insight about the content, right? Also, we are living in 2023 and technology is booming, right? We have artificial intelligence like ChatGPT, Google Bard, and whatnot. We have a lot of apps and other things, okay? So in 2000, technology was not that great. But then look at the difference. In 2010, technology has improved, and in 2020, we are now in the world of artificial intelligence, right? And IB, well, I don't know if you guys are noticing it or not, like, in your IB application form, I don't know how many of you guys have applied for it, but then in your IB notification form, application form only, they'll be asking you, desired qualities. Do you have knowledge about computers? Look at the role of computers being in the department of IB. You should be able to access computers. You should be having a good knowledge about technology. And what is tech language? All your tech languages are in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, Gujarati, Bengali. No, English, right? So English is not only going to help you in your tier 1, tier 2. Learn English. Make sure that you're mastering the language, and you will be the greatest IB officer. Sir, you might tell me, sir, I don't have to really look at all these things, sir. I'll get a safe score. My English is not that great, sir. I'll get a safe score, okay, and then I'll clear the exam. I'll get 65 cutoff, which I believe it is safe for me. I'll get this 65 cutoff, and somehow I'll manage to clear tier 2 as well, and then I'll go to interview. I'll just project my answers, and I'll get it cleared. All right, that's totally fine. But imagine you are a person who's having you are a person who is having a unbelievable skill in English, the way you communicate, the way you understand, the way you listen, the way you interpret, the way you look at things and then note it down. If it is really good in English, then you will be a great officer, not only just an intelligence bureau officer. I believe that you all will be an officer in the period of time. But imagine if you're having a great knowledge about English, it is going to elevate and enhance your officer qualities, right? Jai Hind Apex, Jai Hind Hari Prasad. Thank you, sir. Lots of thanks, man. Love you too. What about the interviewers? Interview is from where, how to clear. Interview, I'm really sorry. I was just trying to give an introduction to IBACIO 2023 examination in the view of English enthusiast. Okay, for the English enthusiast. Okay, I'm not going to talk or discuss about interviews and other stuffs here. I'm really sorry. You have Sanjay sir for that. You can ask him a lot. He'll be giving you the correct guidance. Whereas I'm your English faculty, and I'll be talking about the importance of English language in your examination. Clear? All right, officers, let's get this started. I believe you're all active. Try to respond. What is the price of IBACIO course, right? Master Renegade, okay, I hope you will be watching this live throughout. And then in the end, I'll give you the information about whatever you need. All right? Hello, Aman. Hello. Hi. All right. Shall we start, officers? Cool. All right. So, try to understand this. Okay? Please follow my words and try to understand this one. Infancy. Imagine you are born right now. 0 to 2 years, we will be called as kids or babies. We are talking about the stages of human life, different stages of human life, like baby, a toddler, kid, student, college-going student, aspirant, and then officer, and a lot of things, okay? See, this baby phase of your life will be 0 to 2 years, all right? And kid, you will be a kid when you're 2 to 6 years, all right? And of course, you will be a student here, right? In middle childhood, which is 6 to 12 years, you will be a student. And adolescence, this is the area or period where you will go to college or university and etc. Right? So, early adulthood starts after 18 and it is within 40 years. Okay? Now try to understand this. Okay? It's not complicated. It's very simple. But please try to understand this one. You were a baby when you were 0 to 2 years old, all right? And then you were a kid when you were 2 to 6 years, all right? And you went to all schoolings and everything when you were 6 to 12 years. Many people have started here only, early childhood only, you have started going to school. But I will call you as a student in between these years, 6 to 12. And what happens in your adolescence, right? After completing your school and everything, you will join a college or you will join a university, right? this is the period many people will transform from student to an aspirant. And talking about it precisely, a lot of people, majority of the population, majority of the aspirants will choose to be an aspirant from the student life in 18. After 18 only, many of the people will choose to be an aspirant for competitive exam, right? And why am I even discussing this? Why am I even discussing this, sir? Yes, when I was 0 to 2 years old, I was a baby. In early childhood, I was a kid, all right. In middle childhood, I was a student, all right, sir. But why? Why are we even discussing? In after 18 plus only, I have decided to become an aspirant. Why are we discussing this? Because we need a clarity. I'll tell you this, okay? When you choose to be an aspirant, or when you were a baby, or when you choose to be a student or college-going student, that transition from baby to kid, it automatically happened. From kid to student, it automatically happened. You didn't put any efforts to be a student. You all went to college. You all went to university and schools and everything, right? Whereas aspirant, being an aspirant is your choice. Don't you think so? Being an aspirant is your choice. And then why did you become an aspirant in the first place? Why did you become an aspirant in the first place? To become an officer, right? To become an officer, you have chosen to be an aspirant. Do you think it is easy to transform from aspirant to officer? Do you think it is that easy? From baby to kid, or from kid to being a student, or from being a student to college-going student? Is it easy to become an officer being an aspirant? No. For that, we need a lot of clarity. We need a lot of discipline, dedication, desperation towards the goal what we have, and a lot. Okay, so whatever you're doing, have a clarity. Okay, it is not really easy to become an officer, especially intelligence bureau officer. It is not that easy. Okay, we have to crack the exam, and then we have to go attend our training. After completing a probation period, then you will become an officer, right? So why am I telling you this? Clarity is really important being an aspirant. Right now, you're in your early adulthood. All are 18 plus, I believe, right? You're in the early adulthood. You're all are aspirant, and that's why you're watching this video, I believe. And you wanted to become an officer. This transition is not smooth. It is a hard path. It's a rough route. And then you need to put a lot of practice into it. Clear? Now let me read some comments. Hi, sir. All right. See, look at the transition of your life. Look at the stages of human life. Look here. Have a clarity. Baby to kid, easy transformation. Kid to student, again, a smooth transition. Student to college going student, fine, a transition. But being an aspirant, here you have started your decision. You have made your decision, right? Here you have made your decision to become an aspirant in order to achieve something great. What did you want to achieve? To become an officer. And this path is not easy. You should need a clarity. Okay, I don't want all of you to hard work anything. Okay, just try to understand what the bureau will be asking from you, how the question paper will be set, and try to get a clarity being an aspirant. Gain clarity as an aspirant before starting your preparation. All right? Cool. Now let's move. You told me, sir, get a clarity, right? And how do I get a clarity? Don't worry, I'll help you to get that clarity. See, ACIO2 syllabus for tier 1. All right? English language. How many marks? 20 marks. Quantitative aptitude. Again, 20 marks. General awareness, which is your current affairs and static GK, all will be placed here, right? And again, it is for 20 marks. Analytical ability. 20. General studies. 20 again. Okay? Right now, you're in this situation, I believe, you don't have a clarity, or many of the people, many of you aspirants, like, I know you all have a clarity, but it's really stressful, right? 100 questions, sir. 100 questions I have to attend in 60 minutes, which is 1 hour. I have to equally distribute the time in case if I have to do it. 36 seconds per question. I won't even understand English or English language or anything like that, sir. Within 36 seconds, how will I spot the error? How will I be accurate and what not, sir? I know it is very difficult, right? And that's why I've inserted this picture. You are in a battle. Trust me, brother, not only you, a lot of you people are in the battle, but only 990 approximately, only 990 people approximately will win this battle. Rest of you guys, I'm really sorry, okay? If you're not working smart, if you're not working at all, then your officer level status will be in a question mark, right? You are all a civilian now. One day, we will lose the civilian status and then we'll become an officer, right? And losing the civilian status and becoming an officer is not an easy task, right? And look at the syllabus here. English language for 20, everything is for 20 marks, and it is for 100 questions. 100 questions are there. It is for 60 minutes. One question will deserve 36 seconds if you're equally distributing it. So this is the syllabus for your IBACIO 2 2023 examination. Clear? Let us move to the next slide. Note, see, I'm an English faculty. I'll be teaching English for you guys, all right? So from now, we'll be discussing about the subject English, all right? The language English, you can call it. Clear? So first point which we have to notice, candidate must have knowledge of elementary grammar. What do you mean by elementary grammar, sir? You only tell me, future officers. What do you mean by elementary grammar? Elementary grammars are those basic grammars which has been taught in your school, right? Parts of speech, tenses, active voice, passive voice, and all basic. So a candidate should be well equipped with their elementary grammar and standard vocabulary rules. And also you have to learn a lot of vocabulary, synonyms and antonyms, idioms and phrases, phrasal verbs. Like, these are, for example, I'll tell you one thing. English has 1,70,000 rich vocabulary words. English has 1,70,000 rich vocabulary words. If I'm asking you, please practice all the vocabulary, learn all the synonyms, learn all the antonyms, learn all the idioms. It is impossible, sir. I believe you and I trust in you. I trust you. See, remembering all those 1,70,000 words and then all those rich vocabulary words is difficult. Okay? Then how do I do my vocabulary, sir? I will teach you. Don't worry. I'll give you techniques how to improve your vocabulary. Stay tuned. All right? Fundamentals of grammar. We should have clarity about everything for every tier. Exactly, Apex. We need to have a clarity. Not only in your examination, man. Being an aspirant, you should need a clarity what you're going to do in your life if you're not clearing this exam. Clear? So, prepare parts of speech with all grammar rules to answer fill-in blanks and error spotting questions at ease. Okay? Not only your parts of speech, tenses, active voices, passive voices, a lot are there, right? We have to practice elementary grammar. Practice reading long essays. Practice reading long essays. If you ask me, sir, is this a strategy you're going to say it to me? I already know it, sir. No, this is not a strategy. This is just the note. Clear? This is the basic note. My strategies are in the upcoming slides. So stay tuned, okay? Practice reading long essays and paragraphs to improve your analytical skills. What do you mean by analytical skills? By reading it only, you should analyze what they are asking or what they are saying. You should have a good interpretation, what it is written and what you're understanding and what you're analyzing about it, okay? In order to have a good analytical skills in English, you should start reading long essays and long paragraphs. Clear? That will help you to improve your interpretation skills, help you to understand a lot of long paragraphs in brief time, in short period of time. Clear? Yeah. Attempt English mocks to solve tricky questions. All right? Why? Why this is important? Attempt English mocks to solve tricky questions because we don't have time. Officers, we don't have time. Of course, right? See, I told you 36 seconds. 60 minutes, 100 questions, 36 seconds, each and every question if you're equally distributing it, okay? We won't have a lot of time in IB. If you're not practicing your mocks, your accuracy rate will be low and your problem solving speed will be low. So that is why I'm asking you to practice English mocks to solve English questions and everything. Not only English, better start practicing all marks for every subject. Clear? So, objectives and goals. Now I'm going to discuss about something which is really important, okay? Before attending your exam, before facing your IBACIO exam, okay, tier 1 exam, you being an English enthusiast or being a guy who wants to learn English, you have to put your primary focus and effort on these two, grammar and vocabulary. Grammar and vocabulary will help you to get a lot of marks in your English section. All right. So whatever you're doing, make sure that you are practicing your grammar and vocabulary regularly. All right. Dust it. Don't keep it away and then try to think that I'll be learning it later. We don't have time. All right. So you should practice your grammar and vocabulary, and you have to be really strong with these two. What about the rest, sir? Then why did you write these? These will help you in your tier 2 examination and then in your interview. Clear? So good communication, fluency, pronunciation of words, and then punctuations while writing your essays or other things and all. It is really going to help you in your tier 2. But for your tier 1, our primary focus is grammar and vocabulary. Clear? So these are our objectives and goals. Now let us look at the syllabus, like the pattern, how the exam will be happening and what we are going to do about it. See, we'll have detection of errors, or people will call it as error spotting, right? Error spotting, para jumbles, fill in the blanks, parts of speech. It is an important topic in your grammar, all right? In parts of speech, we'll be having a noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunctions, interjections, and a lot. Clear? Sentence structure, clauses. We have clauses like subordinate clause, main clause, noun clause. A lot of clauses are there, right? And reading comprehension, clause test, one word substitution, spelling correction. Why this is repeated? I'm really sorry about it. Idioms and phrases, synonyms and antonyms, and etc. Okay. So these are the pattern. Okay. This is how the question paper will be displayed to you. They will give all the questions in this format, and you have to crack it. In order to do spotting the errors, many of my students have told me that, sir, I'm clearly good with the clarity. I'm having a good clarity about parts of speech. I'm having a good clarity about tenses and everything, sir. But I'm unable to detect the error. Or I'm unable to spot the error. What should I do? Start practicing a lot. The more you practice, the more mistake you make in your error spotting, the more you'll understand. Okay. For example, if there is a sentence, and then it is divided into 3, A, B, and C. The error is in A, and then you have marked B when you're doing your mock test, okay, or practice test, okay. Later, when you are analyzing it, you will get to know the error is here, whereas you have made a mistake here. So this is a place where you will learn a point, okay. So that is why I'm asking you to practice a lot of mocks in order to improve or enhance your error spotting abilities. Clear? So these will be the pattern for you, and you have to master it somehow. Clear? And I'll help you with that. Don't worry, man. The 4 pillars. I believe in these 4 pillars. Okay. Being an English faculty, I'm asking you to master these 4 pillars. All right. Reading. Whatever you read, make sure that you're reading with 100% clarity. All right. Without having a clarity, if you're reading something, how it is going to help you, right? Whatever you read, you have to read it with precise clarity. Why, sir? Time. We don't have enough of time, brother. Wake up. Writing in your tier 2. Okay. Imagine you have a great content. You have a great content to write an essay, or you have a great skill to write précis writing and everything. But your grammar is weak. I don't know if I have to use have or has. I don't have a clarity, sir. Then your answer will be broken. And if your answer is broken, your life will be broken, brother. So make sure that you're giving more importance to your English. All right. Listening. What do you mean by listening? Active listening. Okay. Whatever you're listening to, actively listen to it. All right. Don't be in a hurry. So what will happen? The questions which are thrown to you at your interview, you just understand it, actively listen to it, understand before answering it, and then you deliver a wonderful answer. All right. Speaking. It is also going to help you in tier 3. How speaking is going to help you, sir? Why not? If an interviewer is asking a question, imagine if you can properly present it to your interviewer. Don't you think that will be great? Even if your content is less, but then the way you present it, the way you politely say it to them, the way you make it so sophisticated, it will enhance your personality. So I wanted all of you guys to master reading, writing, listening, and speaking, being an English enthusiast. Clear? All right. So the strategy, I clearly told you, wait, let me show you this one as well. See, I told you, master reading, writing, listening, and speaking. One question will come now, right? How? How to do it? How to understand my readings, enhance my reading skill or writing skills or listening skills or your speaking skills. How, sir? How is the primary question here? Don't worry, I'll give you a strategy how to crack it. Your first strategy is input. This is the first process you have to start, and followed by thoughts and output, in the end, consistency. Now you'll be wondering, what are these? What am I going to do with these? I'm not understanding anything. Don't worry, I'll make it even more clear to you. Clear? Input. Reading, watching, and listening. Let us come to this later, but look at this. Your inputs. Whatever you're reading, okay, your written materials or your newspaper or whatever you're reading, read it in English. From now, from today, from this second, read it in English. Why? You will get a lot of new words. You will get a lot of new formation of sentence or new constructions of sentence, okay? In order to get a lot of new words, in order to easily understand English or the language which you're pursuing, you have to have a basic input. And how do you get those input? From your written materials. You're reading your geography, or you'll be revising your economics. Is economics printed in Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam? No. English, right? Primarily English. Hindi medium speakers, okay, I'm not talking about Hindi, whereas I'm talking about English here, right? All your written materials are in English. So make sure that whatever you're reading, read it in English from now onwards, or else you will suffer in your exam. Watching. So I watch news regularly, I watch interviews regularly, movies, and I watch a lot of videos regularly. Watch it in English, okay? Even the movies, if you're watching, it will help you to talk or converse in English, all right? And whatever you're listening to, listen to English songs or English podcast, okay? Reading, watching, and listening, make sure that you're doing it in English. Why? In order to enhance or improve our input. Without input, you can't develop your knowledge. Trust me, all right? Thought process. Now we'll be talking about thinking. For example, in the tier 3 examination, if your interviewer is asking you a question, first you will be thinking in Hindi, or you will be thinking in Tamil or in your mother tongue, and then later you will convert it, and then you will be delivering it. Don't you think even 2 seconds of silence will make it awkward? See, 2 seconds, it was awkward, right? So your brain or your thought process should be super fast. Whatever they are asking, you should interpret it, and then you should give it in a nice, presentable way. So managing thought process for an uninterrupted flow is really important. How do I do this, sir? Whatever you're thinking, think in English. Even if you're sitting in your home and if you're feeling like sleeping, okay, think the entire statement or think the entire thing in English. Why? Subconsciously train your mind to think in English so that you will easily flow with the language. You'll have a flow with the language, okay? Now speaking, stop conversing in your native tongue. Please stop conversing in your native tongue. I repeat, why? Because our tongue is trained to speak in our native tongue, right? Like Malayalam, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, Bengali, yeah, all other language, right? We have to start conversing in English. Why? Because we have to train our tongue. Even though you have a good input, you have good thought process, if you're unable to present it or speak, then it is totally a waste, right? So tell me different. Fine, Apex, sorry, I'm not taking your doubt right now. Maybe later. This is not that class. Working. All these 3 process, do it consistently. Just don't expect results after doing it for 1 week. Don't expect results for after doing it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Give a time of at least 1 month or 2 months. Practice it consistently. Why? Whenever there is a gradual growth or a consistent growth, you will reach the height. I'm sure about it. All right. So let us summarize it all again. Whatever you're reading, watching, listening, thinking, speaking, working, make sure that you are doing it in English. Why? Because English is really important for being an officer, especially IBACIO 2. Clear? I believe the Josh is good. Cool. I'm sorry. I was talking about what to do, how to improve, what is the strategy, right? I'll tell you what not to do being an English aspirant, English enthusiast, okay? Stay away from perfectionism, or stay away from seeking perfection, okay? Even if you're making mistakes, it's fine, man, okay? You're in the you're in the process of learning. You're an aspirant. It's totally fine. Okay, you don't have to be perfect. Even if you're making mistakes in parts of speech, or if you're making mistakes in phrasal verbs, idioms or phrases, fine. But make sure that you are analyzing the mistake and rectifying it. Clear? So it's totally fine to not to be perfect initially, but work hard, and then finally your output will be at least desirable. Clear? So do not seek for perfection. Clear? And what else not to do? Being introverted. I know a lot of aspirants sit in their room. They won't even have a life outside the room. They won't converse with people. They don't use phone. Okay. I'm not encouraging you guys to use phone. Whereas I'm telling you, talk to people. Talk to your co-aspirants. Talk to your school friends, or talk to other people. Talk. Okay. Why? Talk in English as well. Okay. And do not converse with your own mother tongue. Because being introverted, do you think that is the quality of an IB officer? When time comes, you have to be an extrovert. When time comes, you have to be an introvert. And how? Being an introvert, if you don't even have a good feeling about socializing with people or talking to people, how will you develop your communication? Or how will you develop your language, especially English language? It will be a question mark. So don't be an introvert. Also, I'm not asking you to go and talk to your friends and family, but make sure that you are not an introvert. Okay, it's totally fine to be an introvert, but IB, ACIO 2, you better know the job profile, right? Miscellaneous thoughts. Sir, do IB people carry gun? Sir, if I'm carrying that gun, will it shoot me? And whatnot. All miscellaneous thoughts, stay away from it. You're here to crack tier 1. Clarity is really important. You're here to crack tier 1. After tier 2, after your psychometric test, after your tier 3, you get a training, you will be trained, and then you will go to your job. No extra questions, okay? Have a clarity whatever you're doing, okay? Even if you're learning English, in the first slide only, my friend have asked me to change the title. I wrote it as Unveiling Savvy Strategies for English Enthusiasts. They asked me, Ganeeth, that is so complicated. Why do you have to put such heavy words there? I told them that let it be. My students or my aspirants or my people who are preparing for IBACIO in order to save the nation, of course, they will interpret it, or else they're not even fit to be in IB, right? That is what I said. So I trust you guys. Even you, please don't get carried away by miscellaneous thoughts. Whatever you're doing, make sure that you have a clarity, okay? All right. Reality check. What to do regularly, each and every single day. Every single day, learn 5 new synonyms and antonyms. I'm not talking for your whole month, man. Every single day, learn 5 new antonyms and synonyms, 5 new idioms and phrases, and 5 new phrasal verbs. All right? What are phrasal verbs? Phrasal verbs are, let us discuss it later, okay? We don't have much time as well, I believe. So, synonyms and antonyms, you practice it regularly, 5 every day. All right? Idioms and phrases, 5 every day. And phrasal verbs, 5 every day. Why? You will ask me, why? I'll tell you why. I already told you, right? English has 1,70,000 rich vocabulary words. You see, if you ask me, I can give you thousands and thousands of idioms and phrases, or synonyms and antonyms, or phrasal verbs. But you won't be able to do it. But if you gradually start by 5 every day, if you collect 5 every new word every single day, what will happen? At the end of your preparation, you will have a massive amount of synonyms and antonyms, idioms and phrases with you. All right. And in upcoming classes, I'll also be telling my students that how to improve or where to get these 5 words from. Okay. That will be precisely told in the classes, upcoming classes. And what are these second boxes for? Reality check. After completing it, it's very simple. Keep a check on this one, man. This is really important. All right. Or else you won't be able to do 1,70,000 things. It's not like, rational for me to ask you to learn all the synonyms and antonyms. Clear? Sources. Now I'll give you the sources for English. I'll provide you my PPT. Okay. My PPTs are very interactive, but also I'll tell you that I will spoon feed you everything. You will ask me, sir, I don't have a lot of time. Why will you spoon feed us? Because I believe in clarity and basic concepts rather getting stuck with tricks and techniques. Tricks and techniques are for you. No, tricks and techniques are for those people who don't have a clarity. But IB officers, future IB officers, clarity though, we need it, right? So, what source I can use, sir? You can use Objective General English by XP Bakshi, or else you can use Word Power Made Easy, Norman Lewis. This is really good for your vocab, and SP Bakshi will help you with your grammar part, all right? And also practice a lot of PYQs so that you will get adapted to the questions which they throw at you. Clear? So, PPT, I'll give you my PPT, don't worry about it, okay? Objective General English is the book you have to practice for grammar, and then to improve your vocabulary, you can use SP Bakshi, or else you can use Word Power Made Me Easy. One thing I would like to say is, one source, multiple revision is best, whereas multiple sources, one revision is dangerous for you aspirants. So please follow this one. All right. So yeah, usually I thought a lot of people will introduce themselves in the starting of the video, but I'd like to start it from, I like to do it in the end. Why? Because brothers, aspirants, future officers, you have watched this video this far. So now I feel like you should know me. My name is Ganeeth Kumar. I've done my graduation Bachelor of Arts in History, Geography and Public Administration in Osmania University, and I've been teaching English for a lot of time, and I'll be guiding you with your IBACIO 2. Okay, so don't worry about it. Let's meet in future upcoming classes. All right. All the very best, officers. And do you have any question, by the way? And it's pleasant meeting you all. Thank you. But post me if you have any question. But make sure that you're posting it soon, man. Soon. Come on. Nothing? All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Bye. Nope, no, not that easy. Also, we have online IB courses and then offline IB courses, which is ongoing. And then you can contact Shaurya or Vivek Defense Academy in order to enhance your English vocabulary, grammar, and then all the upcoming content which I'll be delivering it to you in future days. All right. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please contact Shaurya or Vivek Defense Academy. And also there are courses available there. So it's your call to make a call and to get your things done in soon. Clear? Bye. Thanks, man.